man, what you up to?
I'm just reading some of the new YouTube comments on the latest video.
How are they?
Oh, pretty good. People are loving the progress on the car.
Heck yeah, dude. Yo, what kind of case is that, man?
Oh, this is my new case from Simply Carbon Fiber. As you can see, it is actually real carbon fiber. And I've actually been using this thing for quite some time and I absolutely love it. I even dropped my phone a couple of times. But one thing I like from Simply Carbon Fiber is their wallets. As you can see, this thing is actually real carbon fiber. It's not like the other wallets that you see that just have a carbon fiber inlay. It's actually all carbon fiber. And check it out, it has a little money clip on it also. And look at this, I have like 6 cards in there plus my gym card, which is pretty thick and it supports it all nice. I've been using it for quite some time. It's really nice and ergonomical because I used to have this big wallet in my pocket, and every time I'd be working on a car or something, I'd take my wallet out of my pocket because it was just so big in there and I'd always be forgetting it. But now with this new carbon fiber wallet from Simply Carbon Fiber, I always have it on and I absolutely love the beautiful carbon fiber weave. You guys know I like carbon fiber. I have a lot of carbon fiber on the McLaren. And also guys, Simply Carbon Fiber has a ton of carbon fiber accessories for your car, from watches, wallets, phone cases, for almost every phone. But if you guys are looking for some carbon fiber accessories for your everyday life, make sure you head over to simplycarbonfiber.com/vTuned to get 10% off your next order. Guys, let's go ahead and put this little wallet back in my pocket and let's get to work on the 65 Mustang. So guys, today we're gonna be working on my 1965 Ford Mustang. As you guys seen in the previous video, we got the cowl welded on, we got the hood hinges assembled on the car, which is a pretty big milestone for this car because a lot of guys are saying that this car would never make it, but honestly, we got the cowl on, we got the entire front end welded together. Everything is absolutely beautiful, and I think it's gonna work out perfectly up front. We also went ahead and put the roof on, welded everything up. We did delete the drip trails because, I mean, this car is never gonna be in the rain. We're gonna keep it in the garage, obviously. And a lot of people were talking about we didn't like coat it inside here too good. Well, I think it's gonna be fine because these panels actually sat outside in the rain for like a year and barely had any surface rust. So we cleaned them all up, gave them a nice coating of primer and then paint. So all that's done up there. And as you guys know, we did also remove the dashboard out of here. And honestly, it was a good call taking it out because now, as you can see, we have all the room in there. So whenever we start building our pedals and our gas pedal assembly, we'll have all the space in there, and then we'll probably put the dashboard back in once we get everything finished in here. I kind of want to just wire wheel everything in here because, as you can see, this old undercoating is coming off. I was thinking about getting it sandblasted, but honestly guys, just to get the guy out here and set everything up is gonna just take forever because you have to wait for perfect weather, and the weather's been pretty bad lately over here. So I think we'll just wire wheel it and then just bed line everything. But the main focus of today's video is get this thing fully in epoxy primer. So basically what we need to do is we need to grind all this down right here. I'm gonna have to use the Maxi Dent puller on it because it kind of warped a little bit. I have no idea. I think I might have heated it up a little bit too much right here in this area. But good thing is we have the Maxi, we can pull everything out. That's gonna be mainly the most body work on the car. Quarter panels are literally perfectly flat all the way through. There's a little bit of damage back here. As you can see, I tried pulling the dents out, but I didn't grind anything. And this is like a really coarse finish, which is gonna be good for the primer whenever we're applying the primer. So we're gonna have to dent pull all this. And we have a little rust panel patch that we're gonna have to do right here. As you can see, somebody put some, I guess that's fiberglass back there. So we're gonna probably cut that out and make a new panel right there. But that's pretty much it on this quarter panel. Back here, we will have to replace this piece right here. And the cool thing is I actually have a brand new one sitting in the back of the shop from our old Mustang build. It has a lot of rust going all through here and all right here. And I think the best option here is just gonna be to take it off and replace it because it's not really that hard. It's just a couple spot welds right here. And you can see it's pretty rusty right here. But main thing that's good, the taillight pockets or panels right here, all perfectly ready to go. And then if we come on over to the passenger quarter panel, basically everything here perfectly flat, no damage. I think there's like one little dent right there, which will be simple. And then we have a little bit on this wheel arch. We're gonna have to pull that out. And that's pretty much all the body work we're gonna have to do, which I'm super excited to go ahead and start doing all the body work. Get this entire car in primer. Single solid color is just gonna be super awesome. So let's get straight to work. First thing we're gonna go ahead and do is we need to grind down all these welds right here so then we can dent pull this out and basically get all this ready for primer. So check it out, guys. We got everything ground down perfectly, and the maxi dip puller fixed my mistake. Next time I'm gonna be doing it, I'm not gonna put that much heat, and it is a really big panel to weld, and I was kind of trying to rush it, so my bad on that, but the maxi saved the day. We also went ahead and pulled out all these dents right here, and then on this side also, we pulled out this dent right here, and then we pulled out all this right here was just pushed in. And dude, the maxi pulled it out, so we're gonna have to put a little bit of Bondo on there, and we also pulled out this area. But the next step is gonna be to go ahead and replace this back panel right here, because it does have rust going in all different sizes and directions. And honestly, I have a brand new one sitting right here, so I mean, I think it's gonna be better to just replace it instead of trying to do like a rust patch right here, and then a rust patch right here, and then we have another rust patch right here. The better option is just going to be to replace, and I think it's a dent. Yeah, see, it's a little dented right here and a little bit warped right there. The way we're going to replace it is pretty simple. As you can see, here's our newer one, and basically we're going to have to just drill out these spot welds, or probably just grind them off. There's a couple of spot welds in through here, right here, so it's really pretty easy to replace. So let's go ahead and grab the belt sander and get this back panel off. So guys, check it out. We got all the spot welds kind of ripped off. The only issue was I couldn't really see any of the spot welds along the bottom of this, and it turns out it was a lot more rustier than we thought. Literally, look at that. This entire piece was super rusty, so I think we're actually going to remake that, and I have a really good idea for exactly how to do that. So basically all we're going to have to do is we're going to put this square channel basically just like that, and it's going to combine to both frame rails right there. Not only is it going to strengthen the rear of this frame rail, it's going to go perfectly at the bottom of this, and then we'll just drill holes and basically weld it up exactly like we want it. And it was just way too rusty. Like, there's nothing you can do here, and I don't really want to be cutting and welding patch panels when this is going to reinforce this rear end really nice. So let's go ahead and install this right here, and I'll show you guys how it fits up. So check it out, guys. We got it all welded in. My brother Yuri actually stopped by the shop. I told him, you know what, I'm gonna need some more welding. And honestly, it's kind of good because I was lining everything up. I did all the work, grinding it, cutting it, and welding is just another whole task on top. So it's always good to have somebody on a fresh head just come in here, knock it all out. We got everything welded in beautifully. And man, does that look freaking factory OEM. That bar right there just lined up freaking perfectly. And also the lower valence fits. We already test fitted it. Everything looks good here in the back. So now we have the rear all completely ready to go. It's gonna need a little bit of grinding, but that's gonna be a little bit later. What I wanna do is go ahead and remove everything in the front here because I wanna get all this coated with epoxy primer. So let's go ahead and just remove both side suspensions, remove the hood hinges, get everything off, and get the entire front ready for primer. So guys, we got all the suspension off the car, and I kind of want to get like the subframe and all that powder coated. So we might look up some companies. Maybe if you guys know any good companies, drop them down in the comment section because I want to get them nice and powdered. I don't really want to paint the suspension components, but check it out. Basically, it's all bare. We're gonna do a little bit of stuff off camera on this car. Like we're gonna box this in real quick, probably me and Yuri. So you'll probably see it on 23rd Garage if you follow them. If you don't, make sure you do. Pretty cool YouTube channel. And we're probably just gonna finish everything up in here, grind it, and then I guess we'll catch you guys when it's ready for primer. So guys, this is the next morning here at the shop, and guys, look what happened to this front end. As you guys know, when you buy metal, new metal, it comes with this protective coating. And we kind of had to remove all the protective coating off this front end before we could do any paint work. So we put some, I think it's maturic acid or something like that on it. And it pretty much got everything off, but it kind of left this rust layer on the panel. I already poured a little bit right here. So basically we're just gonna have to clean it one more time, and then we can go ahead and get ready to prime it because we want to prime the entire car today in epoxy primer. And I want to prime it before we do any body work. And also guys, I got to show you guys how freaking sweet these drip panel delete turned out. Check that out. Yuri did an amazing job. If y'all want to see how this was done, make sure you check out 23rd Garage. I'll drop the links down below. He deleted this side. I still have to do a little bit of grinding right here. And I also kind of made another mistake. I went ahead and coated the whole car in that rust remover or protector stuff. And I don't know if that's rust or it's just having some kind of chemical reaction, because it kind of just wants to wipe right off. So we're basically have to just resurface the entire car before we get to priming. So the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and clean off all this rust off this front end, and basically it'll be ready for primer up here. And I think we'll also take off the doors and just start sanding the entire car. This stuff right here is strong. Honestly, the best way to apply really any chemicals is just go buy a $12 Harbor Freight gun, and it just applies everything. As long as it's thin enough to spray, which this stuff is pretty thin. Now we're just gonna basically coat all this with a really light, thin coat of acid. Yeah, you'll notice it right away. It's kind of that part. Yeah. Dang, look how it looks already. So there it is, guys. The entire car is ready for primer. Now all you need to do is mix the primer and go ahead and prime in all the bare metal spots. So there it is, guys. Finally, the Mustang is all in primer, and man, did it turn out good inside here. And you guys don't worry about what's going on here. I'll show you guys what we're gonna do there in a later episode. But we got everything in epoxy primer. But the cool thing about epoxy primer is you can put it directly on the metal. But man, check out how good everything looks. All the welds look freaking amazing. And check out the transition from this flat piece of metal to here. It's literally non-existent. Me and Yuri took care of everything on the car. We also got everything primed in on the side. All this right here is just coated really nice with epoxy primer all the way through up here. And as you guys know, we haven't really did any body work yet. We're actually gonna sand this down, and then we'll put Bondo on top of the epoxy so nothing to rust underneath the paint. So man, that's basically it on today's video. We got a lot of work done on this car. Hopefully in the next video we'll go ahead and figure out what's going on with the transmission tunnel, finish that up, install the engine, and bam guys, we can start deciding on what color we're gonna paint this thing. And I'm kind of thinking just painting it white, maybe with the blue stripes again, because that looks super cool. But let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed today's video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We're making a lot of progress on the Mustang finally. And also check us out on Instagram at vTuned. Thanks for watching.